Welcome back to the best series on the internet. We have the ESPN Fantasy Team of the Week. This was the highest scoring team that you could have had in fantasy football last week, week 17 of the NFL. First, if you had your quarterback as Joe Burrow, he scored you 36.98 points as he absolutely lit up the Broncos defense. This is now his second appearance on this list as he continues to absolutely carry his team on his back. Then at your running back one spot, you should have had Jonathan Taylor as he scored another 27.6 points this week. This is the second consecutive week that he has made this list after not making it the entire season before, which is pretty bizarre. At your running back two spot, you should have had Jahmyr Gibbs because he scored 26.3 points. He's been going nuts ever since David Montgomery got hurt. As you can see, he was projected 24 points this week and still outscored that. This is his third appearance on this list, and he has made it now 2 times in the last 3 weeks. At your wide receiver one spot, you should have had T. Higgins. He scored another 40.1 points. Despite being the wide receiver 2 behind Jamar Chase, he has done a great job this season with his second appearance now on this list, and as you can see, he was projected nearly 18 points. At your wide receiver 2 spot, you should have had Malik Neighbors as he scored 36.1 points. He started out great at the beginning of the year, started to slow down, but now the Giants do great as they lose even though they won, because now with a win, they are no longer in the front spot for the number 1 overall draft pick. At your tight end spot, you should have had Trey Lance as he scored another 30.3 points, and he has also done great being in the top 3 of tight ends in fantasy. Surprisingly, only his second appearance on this list because he has really had a great season. As you can see, he was projected 15.4 points this week. Nevertheless, a great week for the Cardinal. At your flex spot, you should have had Marvin Mims Jr. Where did that come from? 30.2 points for this almost veteran. He had himself a pretty good week with the Broncos this week, who did great. However, they still fell short due to a couple of these other guys on this list. Marvin Mims Jr. is only the 69th ranked wide receiver in fantasy. He now made his first appearance on this list. For your defense, you should have had the Eagles as they put up 20 points this week, their second appearance, and their first one was not too long ago either. Then at your kicker spot, you should have had Cameron Dicker, the kicker. He put up another 17 points, and he has had a pretty phenomenal season with the Chargers this year as well. This is his second appearance on this list, but he has also done great on the weeks that he has not made it here. As you can see, he is the third ranked kicker in fantasy. In total, if you had all of these guys on your team, you would have scored 264.58 points, which is just unbelievable of a score to have. For example, this team was projected 137.1 points, which is pretty high for a team to be projected, and they still outscored that by 120 points. I'm sure nobody actually had this entire team, but did you have anyone from this list on your fantasy team? Tell me down in the comments below, and be sure to check out some of these other videos on your screen now.